In this podcast episode, Joe Rogan is joined by Robert Epstein, a renowned researcher with over 45 years of experience, who shares his insights on the manipulation of information by tech companies, the implications of artificial intelligence, and his groundbreaking neural transduction theory. Epstein discusses the extensive surveillance practices of companies like Google, the impact of these manipulations on democracy, and his personal experiences with threats and challenges in his research. He also delves into the nature of consciousness, memory, and the potential for technology to enhance our understanding of higher intelligences. During the podcast, Epstein expresses his deep frustration and stress stemming from his extensive work in research and the challenges he has faced, particularly regarding his studies on Google and other tech companies. He reveals that he has been working tirelessly for over 45 years, directing nearly 40 research projects, and has published numerous books and articles. However, since he began focusing on Google, he has struggled to publish his work in mainstream media, especially after a controversial tweet from Hillary Clinton in 2019, which led to a significant decline in his reputation. Epstein describes feeling crushed by the backlash, which he attributed to a coordinated effort to discredit him, possibly influenced by tech companies. Epstein discusses the alarming extent of surveillance conducted by tech companies, particularly Google, which he claims monitors users even when their devices are turned off. He explains that the technology allows for continuous data collection, raising concerns about privacy and the implications for society. He emphasizes that his research has uncovered new forms of influence that the internet enables, which are controlled by a few major tech companies affecting billions of people daily. Epstein has developed systems to monitor these manipulations, aiming to reveal how tech companies surveil and influence users. Epstein shares a personal tragedy, recounting the suspicious car accident that resulted in the death of his wife shortly after he testified before Congress. He describes a chilling prediction made by an attorney general that he might be harmed due to his research. Since then, he has experienced multiple incidents of violence against people associated with him, including a recent unsettling event where a needle was found in his computer case. These experiences have contributed to a growing sense of fear among his colleagues and interns, some of whom have requested to remain anonymous due to safety concerns. A significant portion of the discussion focuses on the manipulation of information by search engines. Epstein explains that search results are curated, meaning that users do not receive unbiased information. Instead, the algorithms prioritize certain narratives, which can significantly influence public opinion and voting behavior. He provides evidence that search suggestions can sway undecided voters dramatically, turning a balanced opinion into a biased one without users realizing they are being manipulated. This manipulation extends beyond search results to include social media platforms, where content is tailored to shape perceptions. Epstein introduces his nationwide monitoring system, which collects data from a politically balanced group of registered voters. This system aims to provide real-time insights into the biases present in the information being disseminated by tech companies. He highlights that they have gathered substantial data, which is now being analyzed to reveal the extent of bias in search results and recommendations. Epstein expresses hope that this data could serve as evidence in legal contexts to hold tech companies accountable for their manipulative practices. The conversation shifted to the implications of artificial intelligence and its potential threats to humanity. Epstein notes that while AI could offer significant advancements, it also poses existential risks. He discusses the need for active threat assessment of AI, suggesting that his monitoring system could be instrumental in identifying any emerging threats from AI systems. He expresses concern that AI could manipulate information and control various aspects of society, leading to unforeseen consequences. Epstein addresses the financial challenges of his research, revealing that it has cost nearly $7 million to develop the monitoring system. He laments the lack of support from lawmakers and the public, feeling that his efforts to raise awareness about the dangers of tech manipulation have been largely ignored. He emphasizes the importance of public advocacy and the need for collective action to address these issues, suggesting that pressure from parenting groups and other organizations could help hold tech companies accountable. Epstein delves into philosophical discussions about consciousness and evolution. He proposes a theory that evolution has not only created diverse species, but also various transducers that allow organisms to interact with their environments. He speculates that at some point, a unique transducer might have emerged in humans, enabling a connection to a broader intelligence or consciousness. This idea challenges conventional views of consciousness and suggests that our understanding of the mind and its capabilities is still limited. Epstein discusses his theory of neural transduction theory, which posits that human consciousness and intelligence are not solely products of the brain, but rather the result of a connection to a higher intelligence or another domain. He suggests that this connection can be facilitated through a transducer, which allows for communication between our consciousness and this higher intelligence. He believes that understanding this connection could revolutionize our comprehension of both the brain and the universe. Epstein emphasizes the importance of empirical testing for this theory, suggesting that advancements in neuroscience could provide the necessary tools to explore these ideas. He expresses a strong belief that DMT, dimethyltryptamine, plays a crucial role in this process, as it is known to induce profound experiences that many describe as more real than everyday life. He envisions a future where scientists can simulate this connection, allowing for direct communication with other intelligences, whether they be extraterrestrial or from another realm of existence. Epstein shares his fascination with dreams, highlighting their often bizarre and vivid nature. He questions why dreams can feel so real, yet are often forgotten upon waking. He proposes that dreams may be a form of streaming consciousness, generated through the transduction process rather than being produced by the brain itself. This idea aligns with his belief that consciousness is not solely a product of brain activity, but rather a connection to something greater. He also discusses the phenomenon of déjà vu and the feeling of familiarity when meeting someone for the first time, suggesting that these experiences could be explained through NTT. By framing these experiences within the context of his theory, Epstein argues that they become less mysterious and more understandable. A significant portion of the conversation revolves around the concept of memory. Epstein challenges the traditional understanding of memory as something stored in the brain, arguing instead that memory is a metaphor. He asserts that when people learn or memorize something, they are not storing information in a conventional sense, but rather undergoing a change that allows them to access that information under certain conditions. He uses the example of a musician who can perform complex pieces of music without having a physical representation of that music stored in their brain. Instead, he suggests that the ability to perform is a result of transduction, where the brain acts as a conduit rather than a storage unit. This perspective leads to a radical rethinking of how we understand learning, memory, and consciousness itself. Epstein discusses the implications of his theory for technology and communication. He envisions a future where technology can enhance our ability to connect with higher intelligences and improve human communication. He believes that if we can understand and simulate the transduction process, we could create devices that facilitate this connection, potentially leading to advancements in telepathy and collective human understanding. He also touches on the idea that the brain is not a self-contained processing unit, but rather an interface that connects us to a broader reality. This perspective challenges the conventional view of the brain as the sole source of consciousness and intelligence. Epstein is optimistic about the potential for collaboration between neuroscientists and physicists to explore the ideas presented in neural transduction theory. He believes that by bringing together experts from different fields, they can uncover new insights into the nature of consciousness and the universe. He envisions a future where empirical evidence supports his theory, leading to a deeper understanding of human intelligence and its connection to other realms. He expresses a sense of urgency in pursuing this research, as he believes that the answers to many of humanity's greatest mysteries lie in understanding the transduction process. Epstein is determined to gather a group of researchers to test his ideas and explore the implications of neural transduction theory for both science and society. Throughout the discussion, Epstein shares his personal struggles, including feelings of loneliness and disillusionment with the current state of society. He reflects on the challenges he faces in advocating for his theories and the difficulties in securing funding for his research. Despite these challenges, he remains committed to his work and believes that the pursuit of knowledge and understanding is essential for the future of humanity. He concludes by reiterating the importance of addressing the manipulation of information in society and the need for a comprehensive monitoring system to protect democratic processes.